What is going on? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a list of my top 3 vehicles in GTA 5 Online. In the future I will be doing ones of motorcycles and helicopters and aeroplanes combined, but today is going to be strictly cars. They're not all ridiculously overpriced supercars, there's some that are expensive and some that are reasonably priced. But we're going to get straight into it. As you can see here, the first one on the list is the Pegasi Zentorno. Now this thing is absolutely insane. It's been in the game for a hell of a long time. We had the Adder and then they brought this in and this was the competitor. It was 250,000 cheaper and just as good. With these vehicles I'm going to be rating them on 3 different things. On a scale of 1 to 10 I'm going to rate them on how well you can customise them, their overall performance and their looks. Obviously the looks is personal opinion. The performance and customization is obviously fact. So one of them will be opinion based and the others will be down to sheer facts. So we're going to get straight into this. Now the customization options on the Zentorno are quite small. There's only a few things that you can do. I think you can upgrade the hood, the spoiler, the side skirts and the exhaust and maybe 1 or 2 other tiny little things. But apart from that I think it's mainly down to getting the colour scheme right on the car. Because the whole car is going to be one colour and then you can upgrade the stripe on the front, the side skirts, the little parts at the back of the window and the colours going on the back of the vehicle down towards the spoiler. But apart from that, there's really not much that you can do, which isn't a bad thing because when you buy this car from the website, it already comes somewhat customised with the over excessive bodywork, the nice front bumper. I think if there was more options it wouldn't be that nice because you could probably turn this car from a very nice looking vehicle into quite an ugly one if you've done the wrong things. So it's down to getting the colour schemes right, get a nice base colour and then for the trim on the vehicle, change that up, get something that matches the base colour and you're good to go. But don't let that not be a selling point. The vehicle is absolutely insane and I'm going to show you the performance of this vehicle right now. With the performance on this vehicle, it is absolutely insane. Doesn't matter what situation you put yourself in. If you're the type of person that likes to race it round tracks, this will compete with every other car. If you're the type of person like me that likes to drive around the city and just go full speed everywhere you go, this will help you out no matter what. Back in the day when GTA was quite new, after this vehicle had just been released, there was no such thing as all these weaponized vehicles and stuff like that. This was the biggest threat. If someone come round the corner with a Zentorno and a sticky bomb, you had to get out of there. The only other threat in the game that you really come across was either someone in a tank or someone that had went and stole a jet from the military base. But apart from that, a Zentorno and a sticky bomb, that was your biggest threat. No matter what situation you're in, this will beat most cars still to this day, and it's such a small price. The acceleration is insane, the top speed is great, but the thing that stands out to me is the speed it can maintain round corners whilst keeping grip, and that's why this vehicle has made it into the list. Now this is what I rate this vehicle out of 10 on its performance, customization options and looks. Now for this next one, we're moving on to a car that doesn't cost anything. The Elgato Rh8. This vehicle has been in the game also for a very long time. I think they brought it in for certain people that didn't really have much when they started. You could go ahead, buy yourself a cheap garage and get this vehicle for free, and it does not perform bad at all. One thing I do like about this vehicle is it has quite a lot of options where you can actually customise the vehicle. So you take it into the mod shop and as you can see here, there's plenty of stuff that you can do. It's not ridiculous amounts, but it makes quite a drastic change once you have fully upgraded this vehicle. You get a nice colour scheme like the previous car, but the options on this vehicle are a lot more than the one we just went through in the Zentorno. As you can see here by some of the options, you get spoilers, bumpers, skirts, you can get different hoods. There's a whole variety of things to choose from and it does make the car look quite a lot different, but it doesn't make it look ugly. It actually stands out. It's quite a unique looking car in the game and I think that's one of the reasons why it made it onto this list here today. Now that this vehicle is fully customised, we're going to go ahead, take it out once again like we did in the previous video, show you guys how it performs and then give my overall thoughts on the vehicle and rate the 3 things out of 10 as we did also in the last vehicle. So this vehicle is a little bit above average compared to some of the other cars in the game. It's not going to compete against supercars most of the time in some of the races, but just in general this car is a very good all-rounder. One of the key features that stand out for me is the vehicle's acceleration. It is absolutely insane, especially for a car that is in the sports category. And when it comes to the car's speed and handling, once again, they really are not that bad. They'll compete against most of the vehicles in the game in its category and a little bit above, but you won't be winning every single race using this car. It also does have an option where you can transform this vehicle into the classic version of itself. There is a bit of a speed reduction when you do that, but you lose a little bit of speed, but you also gain lots and lots of customization options. That is very expensive, and I'm going to cover that maybe in another video, but today we're actually looking at the stock version of the Elegy. And as previously stated, the reason that this vehicle did make it into the list today is because to actually purchase it, it doesn't cost anything. So if you're new to the game, you can get yourself a good car that doesn't cost anything, and then you can work towards actually upgrading it once you get a little bit of cash. And instead of spending hundreds of thousands on sports cars and then having to use hundreds of thousands also to upgrade them, this car being free to actually purchase, then all you're going to have to spend is money on the upgrades is a big reason as to why it made it into the list, along with the visual, the customization options and the performance. So now we're going to rate these out of 10 and move straight on to the next video. So for the third one on this list, and these aren't in any particular order because this is my favourite car in the game as of now, and it has been for quite a while. We're going to be taking a look at the Pegasi Tempesta. It's also the most expensive vehicle on this list, but trust me, it is worth buying, and you'll see why in a second. For me, this vehicle has the nicest startup sound out of any car in the game. And also everything that I'm judging these vehicles on in this list, which is the looks of the car, the customization and how they perform, this pretty much tops it for me personally on every single level. So for the customization options, as you can see here by this footage, there is loads, and the car looks insane straight out when you buy it stock, but also once you put it into the mod shop and upgrade it, there's a drastic change and it looks very, very nice. So with the price of this car that you have to pay for it once you get it from the website, which is roughly just over 1.3 million, and then you have to pay for all the upgrades as well, this vehicle is going to set you back roughly between 1.5 and 1.6 million. But do not let that distract you from the fact that this vehicle is amazing. There's other vehicles in the game that cost over 2 million that may be a little bit faster than this car, but they will not perform overall in every area as well as this, or the customization options will not be anywhere near as good also. This vehicle excels in every aspect on the game in my opinion, and that is why it obviously made it into this list, and it is my favourite car. As you can see here by the footage, just the way this vehicle actually performs in every situation. I don't know if it's just me, a few of my friends have said the same thing, but I have had certain people disagree with me also, but the way this vehicle performs in every area of the game is just unreal. The handling, the acceleration, the top speed, just all of it in general. The vehicle just is so controlled, so easy to drive, but yet it's very fast. It can go into corners at such high speed, but it's easy to control. It just makes it a dream to actually drive. I don't understand why people don't buy or drive this vehicle as much. I rarely see many people out there actually using this car compared to the other supercars in the game, and it is one of the cheaper supercars, but it's also, in my opinion, one of the best performing. So if you are looking for a supercar in GTA at the moment, but you don't want to spend 2 to 2.5 million just to buy the car and then have to spend hundreds and hundreds of thousands to actually upgrade it, this is the car for you. Take my word for it. Actually trust me and give this a test drive. Maybe if your friend's got one that's fully upgraded, have a go in it, see if you like it, and I'm sure that about 90% of you will enjoy this vehicle. I would highly recommend it. Now for the ratings out of 10, and I don't usually give 10 out of 10s for certain cars in this game, but this vehicle, just on its looks alone, is going to have to get a 10 out of 10 for me personally. Some people will disagree with that, that's understandable. We all have our own opinions on how the vehicles look, but for me, this is a solid 10 out of 10 for looks. So that is my top 3 vehicles in GTA 5 online as of now. I was going to do a top 5, but the video would have been way too long and I didn't want to keep you guys here for too long. Hope you did enjoy that video. Sorry I haven't been uploading recently. I haven't felt the best. I've been working a lot, loads of different reasons, but I'll be back at it for the rest of the week. So if you guys did enjoy the video, don't forget to drop a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel if you are new. Thank you all very much for watching. Go ahead, buy some of these cars, test them out and let me know how you feel about them in the comments below. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.